Hi, this is Sam Hall with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, PenFed Realty, and Two Halls Property in San Antonio, Texas. As part of my series on the home buying process, I wanted to shoot this first video and get off to the right start. One of the discussions that before you start down the home buying process road is to determine if now is the right time for you to purchase a home. There are many factors that might lead you to believe that it's not the right time to purchase the home, and it's a serious discussion to have with your real estate agent prior to starting the home search. An example of a time when it might not be the best time for you to buy a property is if you're not planning on living in an area for a couple of years or more. That is a perfect opportunity to rent a home and really determine if you're planning on staying or not. Buying a house and only planning to stay a year or so can leave you financially strapped when you get ready to sell it, with the real estate fees and the things that will be required when you get ready to sell the home. Another problem can be your credit score. If your credit score is low at the time, you may first not qualify for the home, and second, it really does impact the interest rate that you can get on a mortgage loan. A lot of people believe that credit scores only affect that mortgage, but they also affect things like your home insurance and your car insurance. So working on that credit score for a year or so may be the thing that you need to do to prepare yourself to be ready to buy a home. Another example of a reason not to buy a home, or that you might not be ready to buy a home, is that you have a lot of debt. The mortgage company is going to look at all of your outstanding debt, including student loans, and they're a big problem for a lot of young home buyers. Is the student loans can, even though the payments are low, there can be so much debt there that they may not qualify for a loan. So it may be better in that situation if you have a lot of outstanding debt to pay some of those things down and get in a better situation to buy a home. Another issue is having enough money to go through the buying process. I will do a whole video on that, but there are a lot of things to consider. There's closing costs, home inspections, appraisal, and a lot of different things that you don't really plan for when you start thinking about buying a home, not to mention the down payment. So all of these things are good to consider when you're considering buying a home. Another thing to consider when you're buying a home is the longevity you have in your job. Most mortgage companies are going to want you to have 2 years in a job to qualify for a loan. Now, you could have changed jobs, say to a better job that's in the same field, and that will still help you qualify. But if you haven't got 2 years experience in the workforce, they're going to want you to build that history of work before they're willing to lend you money. All of these are important things to consider, and while there are exceptions to just about every rule, these are general rules to follow when you start thinking about buying a home. You may have a great job, but if you don't have the job history, you may not qualify. In summary, I just want to say that I would love to help you work through the process of determining whether now is the right time to purchase a home or not. Please give me a call and let's sit down and have a discussion. We will determine whether today is the right time or whether you should wait a year or two. Again, thank you for your time.